What did you think?
The same as everybody else. I thought that first half it was nip and tuck. You know, we were nowhere near what you would expect us to be, and yet we weren't too far away from where they were. I thought the goal probably summed up the first half, in as much as we should have scored 10 seconds before they scored, and yet we rolled the ball across the line. Nobody gets on the end of it because we're all outside the box looking in, and yet the ball comes out and then we don't defend. We don't touch the ball until it goes into our net. So it was a really insipid first 45 minutes, followed by a much better in terms of approach and way to play in the second 45.
What do you put that improvement down to?
Having a lot more of a go, playing at a higher tempo, people who weren't in the team wanting to be in the team, and then you know, trying to stay there. You know, we will have players at the moment, and I've spoken to them about it, and I think I've spoken to you about it, who will have the hump that they're not playing. So consequently, when you do get in there, you've got to perform to try and stay there. So you know, I thought that the two lads certainly who went on, in terms of Lewis and Ryan, that's you, they you know, just changed our approach.
What did you say at half time?
I just thought I was I was a lot angry, because I thought we'd put a game at risk, and we'd spoken about it. I had the feeling it might be like that. It's a cold day. You know, there wasn't a huge crowd. This place in 3 weeks' time will have 38,500 in it, something like that. Today there's 17,200, which is a big crowd by most people's standard, but not here. And you know, that we needed to create a bit of a spark to get Hillsborough going a little bit, and we didn't do that. We played probably in a way that matched how cold it was, and the fact that everything was a little bit after you, Claude.
3 substitutions, weren't there? 3 decent substitutions.
We've got good players, you know. Like we've you know, we're leaving people out like when I say leaving them out of the 16, like you know, Rob Jones. Sedge has played 2 games and done well, but we are now, probably for the first time since I've been here, we've got an opportunity to pick a team where we're using horses for courses, and we felt that they did it. They went you know, they dropped somebody back and played a little bit differently, you know, tucked Williams, I think it was, in, and made it a solid 3 in there. We thought that type of thing would happen, so we wanted to play with out-and-out wingers, playing on the opposite side to which the good foot is, to try and then get overlaps from Reader Johnson and John Otsemigbor. But we didn't do that on a regular basis, not enough.
You say horses for courses, and when you made the double change in particular, it seemed like the whole game plan changed a little bit. Ryan was making some great runs in behind. I don't know whether that suits the conditions better as well.
No, it suits football better, yeah. Like running. It does. That was what I said at half time. You know, we were playing how we normally play, but we weren't running like we normally do. We will probably see all the stats. I would be amazed if our highest worker wasn't Reader Johnson in the first half. Prutton, I thought, was immense right the way through, especially in the second half. And you've got to do that. You know, it's all very well having all the ability in the world, but you've certainly got to work and not waste the opportunities that we had. And you know, we did that in the first half.
What about the goal that got you back into it? It was a cracker.
Yeah, and but JJ's got that in his locker, and we're trying. I'm speaking to him all the time about maybe picking the ball up a little bit deeper, so that if the fullback comes too close to him, we use the spacing behind him. If he stays where he is, JJ's got more room, and there's probably not a player in Division 1 who you would less like running at you with you know, at full steam. So he's done that, and he's doing all right when I've moved him to right wing back as well, and he scored his goal against Hartlepool from there as well. And again, it's just getting him to pick the ball up a little bit deeper so that he can get his head up. And you know, I thought he was terrific today. Apart from just his goal, he was great.
You tend to try and get around the outside a bit more, or not?
They were.
You leave that to him.
You know, I told him
he tends to come
when he
inside
came across, because he'd gone inside maybe 4 or 5 times, and they were queuing up for him, and yet they were leaving a huge gap on his left. So I just told him next time, just go on the left, even if nothing comes of it, so that you mix it up. And he did go on the left. He put a great cross in, and we should score. But unfortunately, it led to their goal.
Did you feel it was important to take advantage of the fact that other teams weren't playing today? Just put a bit of pressure on them?
It's not a case of take advantage, you know, I guarantee you, because we're exactly the same, when you're not playing, you're having a look at a result and thinking, cracky, that'll do us. And even before the game, you're probably thinking, Wednesday will turn them over, but there's that off chance. And it was looking like that after 45 minutes. So, you know, from our own point of view, it's great that we don't want to do it, but there is a bit of character and honesty and desire that we have a mantra of trying to score the first goal. But there's been quite a few times where we haven't scored the first goal, and we have got a way of dragging ourselves into it to get something from the game.